Hello everyone, welcome to the Worship Portal live stream. I'm just doing some super late editing on the latest track, so if you don't know what that is, it's going to become very obvious very soon. But I'd like to say hey to the people in the chat. Dan, welcome, sir. Where are you watching from, mate? Where are you watching from? Let me know. I'm just going to be doing some editing. If you want to say hi, that would be awesome. If you don't want to say hi, that is up to you too. Yo, Mr. Lau. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the stream. Where are you watching from, John? I'm assuming somewhere in New Jersey. Feel free to let me know. All right. But we are going to get editing the most recent song. I've done a lot of work on this. The drums to this song were very, very difficult. And it took me probably 2 days to get it sounding close. Wollongong. Natalie, g'day from Wollongong. You know, I'm from near Bendigo, right? Wow. Another Aussie. Love it. Dan from Massachusetts. Whereabouts in Massachusetts? I like Boston. Me and my brother rode bikes around the city of Boston, took a tour on the harbor. Very interesting. Sarasota, Florida. Got a lot of friends in Sarasota. Seems to be the place to go when people go on vacation is Sarasota, Florida. John, you are not in Melbourne. Unless you're in Melbourne, Florida. You are not in Melbourne. All right, so here is the latest song that we're going to be working on. As you may be able to tell, you can play the first couple chords and you'll know what it is. Any guesses? Besides the fact it says it up top, I think you know what that is that we're working on. Yeah, I know you're in New Jersey, John. Good to see you, man. Natalie from Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Yes, so did you not know that I was Australian, Natalie? Have you not seen any of my videos where I talk? But yes, I'm from just outside Bendigo. Wollongong. I don't think I've ever been to Wollongong. I have friends from there. I think my brother's been there a bunch. But yes, this is the latest song that we're working on, and like I said, it looks like I've just started, but I've actually put quite a lot of work into the drums. They were very difficult and very specific. Let's listen to a little bit of those drums. Hard to miss, that's what I thought. This is back when this is when everything comes back in. It sounds sort of George of the Jungle, but I really like it. The gong is awesome. Is that what they call it, the gong? I would say we call it the go, but I don't think so. The verse gets a little bigger. It's just very specific, especially as we're coming into the interlude and out here at the bridge, it gets very specific. So one part that wasn't difficult was the chorus here. Very straightforward. Natalie, how long have you been subscribed for? Curious, I haven't seen you. I got that. Wollongong equals the gong. I got it. I know us Aussies tend to shorten everything. Yeah, this little part of the bridge took a little while. Based on the drums only, I would never have guessed what the song is. Dude, you're not wrong, Dan. You're definitely not wrong. This is, the drums don't really fit it. Like, honestly, if you listen to it by yourself, you're exactly right. It doesn't really fit, but once it all kind of comes in, it makes sense. You got to see the big picture here. All right, cool. But right now, I'm just working on the piano. So I'm not saying this is going to be particularly interesting, but if you have questions, feel free, ask away. What I'm doing, I am just editing the piano tonight and making sure this is fine, then maybe going into some of the synth stuff. So let's listen through this, make sure it's exactly where we want it to be. I've already quantized it and recorded it through. So maybe the start of the year. Ah, cool. Good to have you here, Natalie. Nice and soft here at the beginning. That's a little too soft. I don't normally go through this much trouble with the keys. Like, I don't usually go through this much editing. But since this song is so reliant on the keys, I feel like it's necessary, especially in the beginning when the keys are just by themselves. I want to make sure they sound right. Yeah, man, no problem. Thanks so much for stopping in and saying g'day. I think you said g'day. Did you say g'day? No, I don't think you did. I'm going to assume that you said g'day, so have a great night, John. Appreciate you, man. Miss you, bro. So I'm just getting all these to around 50, like the low 50s, mid 50s. That's about, and you don't want to get it exactly. If you get it exactly, it's not going to sound good. The differences are what makes it sound real. See, I hit these top two notes pretty soft, so I'm going to bring those up. Where am I? We're in the verse still. Good. Oops. And like I said, this song is very, very reliant on the piano, especially in the beginning. So I'm definitely giving it a lot of attention very early on. Making sure I get this right. And then I'll be less picky once we get into the interlude and the verses and choruses over here, just because it gets a lot louder. But so, I'm probably going to turn that one back down a little bit, actually. And I do want some good representation from the bass, so let's give this a quick listen. There's a lot to this song. It's insanely awesome you're actually doing this one. Yeah, this has been one of the more requested songs, Dan. It's a long song. It's like their version's 9 minutes. I'm not doing that. They have a huge long outro, but I am not doing the giant outro. I'm doing a little bit of an outro. So mine is going to be about, it's still going to be 8 minutes 16. It's definitely not short. Definitely not short. There is a lot to this song though. One of the first things I do is I actually kind of track out what I think I'm going to need. And then within this, within like rhythm, for example, I'm probably going to get rhythm all in one shot. I might split it up into 2 takes, so there'll be 2 of those tracks. I can tell you the high electric and the lead, there's going to be a bunch of them because this song is very particular with its guitar parts. So there's going to be a lot to those. So this 17 tracks here is going to turn into a lot more. And if you guys like, I'll go through what it took to record this song in a live stream like I did with The Blessing last week. Natalie just did a cover of this on YouTube. Natalie, you mind if we watch it? You mind if I pull up your YouTube channel and watch it? Because show it on the stream. I mean, I'd like to see how you did. Feel free to say no. Okay, let's go back to this. All right, so we're going to go into the chorus here. So this is not quantized yet. So I'm going to highlight all, hit Q, quantize that. Sure, be nice. All right, let's see. Let's see what we can do here to pull that up. Yeah, let me just see if I can find it for us. I assume it's just on your channel there, Natalie. Your Natalie Rickson channel. Rickson, that's an awesome last name, by the way. Rickson. Love how that sounds. Channel. Oh, you're not coming up. That's interesting. I don't need to be signed in, do I? I usually make instrumental tracks as some music on my YouTube, but not to this amazing level. I don't think I'm that good, Dan, to be honest. I think I've done enough work that it sounds good, but honestly, I don't think I'm that good, mate. Let me paste a URL. Oh, Jennifer Grey acoustic cover. That's not Jennifer Grey from, like the actor in the 80s and 90s, is it? Because that'd be pretty cool. Let me just type in the name, see if I can find it. Female Jennifer Grey. It's on Jennifer Grey Worship, I assume. Because Jennifer Grey, I'm on guitar. Jennifer Grey Worship, yes, it is. Okay, should probably read that. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, let's go back to this. Okay, cool. Jennifer Grey Worship, let's give it a listen. I assume this is you over here on the acoustic, Natalie? Let's give it a listen, guys, see how we do. Little COVID project. Always good to have a COVID project. The worship portal's kept me pretty busy on that. Me out upon the waters, ooh, she's got a great voice. The great unknown, and that's a great tone you're getting out of your guitar there. What kind of guitar is that, Natalie? And there I find you. What editing software do you use? I could use some help with my videos. I use Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro. Got it for free when I worked at Apple. 2 guitar parts, kind of 3, then recorded the video. And keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul rests in your embrace. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think I can hear 2 guitar parts there. One is the picking, the dun 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 dun, and then you got a strum as a second part. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what I'm hearing. Ooh, nice control on her voice there. And you are mine. Do we use OBS for streaming? Yes, Braden, I do. Dan, I agree. This is great. This is killer. This is simple and clean and very nice. Correct. Yeah, I got an ear for it. Let's jump to the bridge. Sorry if I'm missing good parts here. I'm going to assume the same thing there with 2 guitars. Just to make me sound better than I really am. Natalie, what do you think I'm doing here? That's what this is. This is making me sound better than I actually am. All right, go back to Vivaldi. Sounds good. You've definitely got some chops, Natalie. Jump into the bigger bridge. That's bar chord there. Love the key, yeah. Key really suits her voice really well, and you're accompanying her great, Natalie. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer, we are just admiring how great a job you did here. Let me like this, and I'll just give you a quick little... Great job. being honest, Natalie, I can tell that you're not comfortable with bar chords. I assume that was an F sharp minor. I think it was that you were playing. The index finger was it sounded a little weak. Some of the strings sounded a little bit like the tiniest bit muffled. So I could tell that you're not comfortable at them. So I would definitely keep working on the strength of your index finger. That is the sticking point for most people when they're learning bar chords. But Natalie, this sounds great. And Jennifer too, you did a good job too. Just how it pulls back, super soft. It's really good.
My soul rest in your embrace, for I am.
Ooh, that was nice.
And you are mine.
Great job, guys. That was great. Love it. Love it. Let's turn auto play off. All right, cool. Let's drag you back over here. All right, let's get back into this. Yeah, great job, guys. Thanks so much. If anyone else has some songs that they'd like me to check out, do a little impromptu review on, or give some, however much expertise I can give, I'm happy to. All right, let's get back to this. Thanks for the tip. I left guitar to play bass. Oh, I love bass. Bass is my favorite instrument to play. No one's ever gonna. I'm definitely not gonna shame you for playing bass. Practice, practice, practice. My goodness, 40 hours a day, right? Does anyone here get that joke? 40 hours a day? Let me know in the chat if you get that. If so, I'll know you're a true lingling. So with this part, I noticed that when I was listening super carefully, I noticed that it's not just the big block chords again. There's this kind of third that's always pulsing through it, basically. So I do need to do a little work because it's still pretty quiet during this chorus. Ooh, I didn't take up my sustain there, did I? Let's fix that. I want that. I want that. No, I didn't. Let's do that. And that. Hey, come here. There we go. Let's do, that should be good, I think. There we go. All right, so these are a little loud. I do want this first hit to be louder than the second one. So you see that these are in like the mid 50s, and that's in the 40s. So that's exactly what I want. But these are a little too loud. Let's bring them down a bit. Once again, I'm not using a stage piano. I'm using a MIDI piano with semi-weighted keys, and it's not ideal for this kind of stuff. But I make it work. I want to turn these up a little, just a little bit. Yeah, I probably want to get these secondary notes into the 40s. Bring it out. Good. Braden, you asked me about OBS. If you're still in the chat, why do you stream? You planning on streaming? I just started, really. Like I've streamed on Twitch a little bit. Late last year when I was recording Goodness of God and what was the other one that I recorded on? Waymaker. And Waymaker. I streamed on Twitch and it was good. I just started. This is literally my second stream on YouTube. So if you're still in the chat, Braden, I'd love you to. Are you streaming now? Are you planning on streaming? Let me know. Also, anyone else who's in the chat that hasn't let me know, where are you watching from? I stream piano sometimes, but I'm working on my editing in GarageBand and I play live for my church using MainStage. Hey, my church just adopted MainStage, Braden. Any tips you could give me or any YouTube channels that you've watched that you really like, throw it in the chat. I'd love to learn MainStage more. I know it a little bit. I know kind of the basics of it and how it pretty much works, but I'm definitely nowhere near an expert. This is back to the 1. And that was late. You're also probably much better at piano there than me, so this probably hurts you, seeing me fix all of my mistakes. I apologize for that. Oh, I'm gonna get comfy here. My church also just started using it from the same. Good. Did you download the Sunday Sounds? Dan, if you could check my latest vid, that would be great. I'm trying to improve my playing. It's only an instrumental, so that's not that great. Yeah, let me check it out, man. Let me check it out. I assume it's under your channel, Dantan. Let me check you out. Channel. What's your profile picture? It's your memoji. I'm not finding you, man. Oh, Dan Space Tan? Maybe that helps. I am not finding you, sir. Could you send me a link to your video, Dan, on Twitter, and I will check it out? Braden, it's actually teaching me a lot about MIDI editing. Hey, I got a little bit of training on this. I didn't get too much, to be honest. So a lot of what I did is I just figured out how to do it myself. If you, I'm happy to share what I've learned, but honestly, there's probably much better ways to do some of the stuff I'm doing. I'm sure a lot of what I'm doing is the slow way to do it, and there's probably like a one button to do exactly what I'm trying to do, but I don't know what that is. I'm not that good. Bear with me, guys. There we go. All right. But yeah, Dan, yeah, just shoot me the link on Twitter and I will happily check it out. All righty then. Let's get back to this. That one's probably a little loud. I really want to make sure these are in the 40s. Once it gets into the instrumental, I'm going to be a little less picky about what I'm doing here. Hey, do any of you guys in the chat, anyone who's here, do you participate in the polls that I put on the community section of my channel? They seem to be getting real good, and I want to know if anyone here votes on those. They seem to be getting a lot of traction recently, and I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I've been putting out these clues to what song I'm doing next. And I kind of spoiled this one since I'm streaming it. But yeah, let me know in the chat if you've been voting on those and how you're doing, if you've got many of them right. I think everyone knew the last song I was doing. They knew it was Who You Say I Am right from the beginning. All right, let's listen to this. So we're going to go through the chorus here. Let's just jump into the chorus. And I will call upon your name and keep my heart when oceans rise, rest in your embrace, for I am yours and you are mine. Oh, that's the chorus. I thought that was still the so that's the interlude. I thought that was still the chorus. Let's jump that back up to like 70 where it was. Dan, my Twitter is worship_portal. I just realized it is not down there with everything else, but it's worship_portal. I will change that. I'll add that next stream. So I always crank this up so I can hear it during while I'm recording it, but it's always way too loud. You never fail, and you won't start now. Okay, that's going to be way too loud, that next one. Oh, went through on Twitter. Yeah, I just got it, man. Let's check it out. Can this open up in YouTube, please? All right, here we go. Here is How He Loves by Dan. Let's check it. Ooh, different. Orion's Belt. I'm a nerd. This is cool, man. This is chill. It's almost 10 minutes long. That's a long backing track. This is your cousin's channel, by the way. So let's definitely not going to watch the whole thing. I have to edit my own stuff. Let's jump into it a bit. Everyone go subscribe to him. He's got 25 subscribers. He needs more than that. Let's do it. Ooh, I like that. Very pad and piano heavy. Let's jump in a bit to the bridge. This is cool, man. Sounds good. If I was to critique one thing, I would say the pads are a little hot. The pads are a little loud compared to the piano. I'm struggling to hear the intricacies of the piano. It's a really nice pad sound that you have there. Braden subscribed. Yeah, good. Let's get him to, I don't know, 30? Let's get him to 100. Why not? Let's aim high. But yeah, I would say the pad's a little hot for my personal taste. It's a really nice sounding pad, but it's a little hot. The piano's great though. I'm not sure who's playing that. If that's you, Dan, you sound great. Yeah, that's really cool. Great job, man. Great job. All right. Let's keep jumping into this. So that's still good down this level. Jump into verse 2. That's on the brink of being a little too loud, I think, but I can fix that in the automation phase of this at the very end. I'm just going to keep it here for now. Thanks, I'll let him know. He'll be super happy. Yeah, it sounds really good. Like, the piano playing is great. The pad sound is awesome. Yeah, just a little too hot for my tastes. That's too loud. Oh, that's why, because it's on a separate track. Let's turn you down to 0. Let's turn both of these guys down to 0. All right. Who else here? Who else in chat edits in Logic or makes backing tracks or music? Tell me what, if you do, tell me what software you use. I only use Logic because I got it for free when I worked at Apple. Hear a lot of people using Pro Tools these days, and I just never got into it. Perhaps I should learn it. All right, let's jump into here and see if that volume is better. It is, but those bass notes are way too loud. I can tell right now. Yep. Let's zoom it in a little. I think up here, what's this? Like, 80s, not like 90s. That's fine. But these, when it gets into red, that's getting too loud. I want to keep it probably around 90 for these bass notes. Sorry, I was away from keyboard for a while. Is Logic worth it? I love Logic. I just mentioned that I only use it because I got it for free from Apple, but it is extremely capable, and I would not want to switch. I love how it integrates with everything too on the Mac. I used to work for Apple, so maybe I'm biased, but I just love how it works. Let's quantize this before we do anything else. But as you can see, yeah, some of these were up over 100. I want these bass notes here to live around 90. I don't want them to be too overpowering. I'll probably have to turn them down anyway. How much is it? Logic? It's 200, I think. It's not terribly expensive. I think it's 200 for Logic 10. I got it for free, but so I don't really know. But I think it's 200. 299? Really? No way. No way. I'm not calling you a liar, but no way. I'm gonna go to Apple. Go to the Apple website right now. It was a free trial. $199. Maybe we're in a different country. Like for Natalie, it's probably more expensive being in Australia. But for Dan, you're in Massachusetts, right? Yeah. Steep learning curve. If you have used anything Apple, there's going to be a learning curve to any software, new software. But if you've either used anything that's made by Apple or anything or any other DAW, that's digital audio workstation. If you've used any other one, like GarageBand especially, but even others like Ableton or Pro Tools or anything like that, a lot of it's familiar. It's just learning the different areas. But Apple keeps everything simple. If you're familiar with GarageBand, it's a very natural step into Logic. Yeah, but it's definitely not too bad. That's not too bad at all. But Natalie, if there's a steep learning curve, like if I was able to do it, anyone's able to do it. Usually Apple's pretty good with making things simple. I agree with that, Dan, a lot. Apple really does make things simple. And the stuff that isn't simple, you just have to know where it is. Like for me, to transpose a track I didn't know where it was, and I just had to find it, and then it's here. And then it's as simple as that to transpose any track that you want. My only issue with other DAW software is the bad sounding piano. It's definitely my favorite about GarageBand and MainStage. Yeah, Braden, I use plugins, to be honest, man. Like, they have decent sounding pianos on here in Logic. Like, Logic comes with 55 gig of samples, but I use plugins. I use Contact 5 and Grandeur piano for my main piano sound, and I really enjoy that. But GarageBand's pretty good, yeah. Like you said, MainStage, you can get patches up the wazoo, and they sound great. And I'm a graphic designer. I use all the Creative Suite, GarageBand, and I like learning new software. Yeah, I'm a graphic designer too, and I will say that Logic is much easier than anything Adobe. Adobe is complicated, but you can do an awful lot with it. You know, so I would compare, say Photoshop or Illustrator to something like Pro Tools. Pro Tools, I feel like you can do a lot more in than GarageBand, but it's more difficult to use. Whereas GarageBand and Logic, you sacrifice, I think, a little bit of freedom with doing exactly what you want. And I'm talking if you're doing crazy complicated stuff here. You sacrifice a bit of that for the simplicity of it. But if you're used to GarageBand, yeah, you'll have no problem going into this. No problem at all. Cool. Let's jump into the chorus here. Keep my eyes above the waves, when oceans rise. I think those bass notes are way too loud still. I think we've got to take them down to maybe 80. Sometimes with that stuff, it's getting familiar with the tool layouts, yeah, because everyone's seeing how everyone else does it, and they get it close to that when something is good, Like, that's how everyone's doing this. Let's go to 80 with these. Oh, missed a bass note here. Let's throw you in. Option, click that. So yeah, so let's bring these down to 80. Those bass notes were just too loud. That's better. Because you're also getting that from the bass. And then this one's too loud. I want to make these guys around 90. And then the bass notes around 80. Definitely do not want them to be the focus here. Now, hey Natalie, what kind of graphic design do you do? I do mostly corporate stuff like logos and branding and all that kind of thing. But yeah, curious what you do, or if anyone else has any creative pursuits. I'd love to know. Learning new things creatively is one of my favorite things in the world. Get an itch. All right. These synced to the wrong one. Just these. There's all look around 80. What are these guys? 90, that's fine. And this is jumping into the instrumental here, right? All right, we're in the interlude. Yeah, so I still want to bring these down to around 90. These seem a little hot. That was a bit too hot. All right, that's probably going to be good for this for the interludes. Jumping into the instrumental. All right, this is the instrumental and the bridges. Longest part of the song. Quantize it first of all. Message help for review. Let's show that. Okay, so you can't post URLs, but you made it work anyway. Branding, web design, marketing, really like product and merchandise design. Ooh, I like that. I'm not good at it. I'm terrible at it, but always impresses me a good quality merchandise and product design. Company's Urban Arcade Design. Cool. If anyone in Australia or across the world needs some design done, hit Natalie up. Let's get her some work. All right, jumping into the instrumental. Now, I'm probably going to have to tweak these because it's just the piano, literally just the piano here. There's nothing else. I always think that when it pulls back, there's always a pad or something with it, but not this time. It's literally just the piano for probably, I think, these two instrumentals and the two first bridges. The first bridge, which is two of them. You'll notice that I've linked these together with 1.1, 1.1. So this is basically based on chords. So the first progression is the simple chord that starts on the 1 chord. And as you go into bridge 2, it starts on the minor 6 chord. And then 3, it does the progression that's like the intro. But it ends on that minor 6 as well. You'll hear as we go through it what I mean. So I'm probably going to have to tweak these. And should I repeat these now? Oh, I'm not going to cheat. I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Let's mute the bass there. It's messing me up with how it lingers. You know what? Let's just solo this channel. And yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing as I did before. I'm going to take these down to like maybe 50. 50 to mid 50s. You don't want to be too specific here. That's good. And yes, there is a bulk way to do this, but I'm not doing it because it sounds too fake when you do that. It sounds like you've just drawn it in, and I have not. I've played this. So you want a little bit of that natural, a little bit, as much as quantizing MIDI piano is natural. You want to keep a little bit of that. Where do we want to stop? I think we want to go a little bit bigger here. So what bar is that? That's bar 135. Where was I? I am on bar 111. Ooh, I like that. See how it kind of just sticks out? That's what I'm trying to fix. I'm trying to fix what just sticks out. One of the benefits of doing MIDI piano. Like Braden, you were saying, you like the piano sound. I love the piano sound that comes with Contact 5 Grander piano. Okay. Braden, which piano sound do you use? You said you used the one on GarageBand. Which one do you use? I always use the Steinway. Sometimes the Yamaha, depending on the song. Oops. Let's change these two. What do you reckon the time to start to finish will be on this project? It's always tough to say, Natalie. The way I work, because this isn't full-time for me, I'd love it to be full-time, but it's not. I have to work on it in like my spare time, and I've got a wife and 2 kids and a full-time job. I'm a full-time pastor. So I do it in like my spare time, my nights, weekends. But even that, I still want to spend time with the fam. So usually it takes me about 8 to 10 hours per song of like solid work. It's usually about 2 weeks, like a week or 2 in actual time, just because of the space. A song like this the complexity, especially of the guitar parts, the complexity is probably going to take up a little bit more time. It's probably going to be about, all up, if I'm counting hours, I'd say 15, 16, just for the complexity. Okay, so here's where it jumps into bridge, the second bridge, which is a little bit bigger, so I want to be mindful of that. Steinway Grand, yeah, the Steinway Grand's probably my favorite one too. That's the one I used most of the time. So this is where it gets a little bit bigger. So let's just double check that. Yep, back to bridge 1 here. All right. 2 MIDI keyboards that I use. A Yamaha YPG sometimes, and sometimes use an 88 Williams Allegro 2. Yeah, I have two pianos. I have a MIDI keyboard that I use that, where is it? No, it's there. It's an M Audio Key Station 88. I would love to get something that has weighted keys, to be honest. Actually, no, that's not an 88. That's a 66. I'd love to get an 88 weighted key stage piano with MIDI out that I could use. Just because I like the feel a whole lot better. I'm not a great piano player, but the feel really gets to me sometimes with this. It's fine. It works. I just have to do more work on the editing end in order to get that done. Okay, so here, let's just listen through it a little bit. Listen to the first bridge. Make sure it sounds good. It's all about the sound. Saving up for a Nord Stage 3. Saving up for a while. What are they, $4,500? I kind of want a Nord Piano 4. Those are only $3,000. I don't need all the stuff in the Stage series though, like all the drawbars and stuff. I don't need all that. I just want something simple, but a Nord would be very nice. All right, so where were we? We're at 55. Let's take it up to 60. Ooh, a whole 5. 5 points here. Let's take it up to 60 now. Have to head out. Dan, thank you so much for being here. Dan, I think you were definitely the first person to comment, so thanks so much for joining us tonight. Just so you guys know, you guys will be the first ones to know that I'm planning starting next week, or I guess starting now, but starting next week I'll be streaming every Monday. Every Monday night I'll be streaming production or reviews or something like that. So expect this. Expect a Monday night stream every single week. Maybe one during the week too, but definitely a Monday night stream. Carving this time out just for you guys. Only $4,500 and only $3,000. Love Nord, but man, so expensive. Yep, Natalie's streaming schedule. Love it. I tried to have one when I was streaming over at Twitch earlier this year, but life got in the way and it just didn't really work out. But yeah, I'm really excited about streaming. We're going to bridge. Here we'll take it up a bit more at 151. It's currently Monday night there. Yeah, that's right. It's probably tomorrow morning for you in Australia. What's the time difference now? Is it 16? Is it 16 hours now? I think it is. Between EST and you're in Wollongong, so you're probably AEST, right? Same as Melbourne, Sydney. So I think it's 16 hours now. But yes, it's Monday night here. It'll be Tuesday morning for you. It's Tuesday morning. Oh, no. Yeah, coronavirus. That's right. Locked everything down. I was about to ask why you're working. Like, why aren't you working? Sorry. But, yeah. But coronavirus ruins everything. Where are we? Still in Bridge 2. That was not right. All right, let me check one thing here. All right. I listen to podcasts while at work, so I'll listen to this on Mondays. Yeah. I'm actually thinking about starting a podcast. I was considering making it one of the perks for subscribing on Patreon, that you get access to a podcast, but I'd rather open it up to everybody, you know. I've got a lot of people that I know that know a lot about worship and music, and I was thinking about just starting something and seeing where it went. Maybe one day. Okay, this is the final bridge 1. So let's build this up a little more now. So let's go to like, ooh, do we dare go to 70? Yeah, let's go 70. 70-ish. So these are probably already around, no, those are 80. Let's pull them down just a hair. Definitely want these bass notes nice and strong here. Do I hear trains somewhere? Does someone have a train driving past their house? That sounds like mine. I don't think I have a train that close to my house. That's probably good. Let's listen to this and just, now that we're at this level, which is where I was playing, gonna listen to it, and if there's the odd note that we hear, let's fix it at that bit. Shouldn't be too much more to fix on this now. Let's follow. I want these two bass notes in a bit more. Let's bring them up. You as well. May as well. So that one's good. Let's jump into this one. Quantize U. So this one doesn't look terrible. Like the odd note here or there that might need to be fixed. Let's just listen through this one, see how it does. Bridge 3, these two I'm going to kind of build it up a bit on, make it a little bit louder. Ooh, at E minor 7. Like it's already kind of louder. Let's just let's do the same thing. Let's listen through and fix what we need to when it comes up. Like this. That's not over 100. Thank you. It's a bit too loud for a little ghost note. Ghost note is not supposed to be louder than the start. Really don't want it that loud. Too soft. Okay. I'm not going to play with this too much actually. So I want that first note to be strong like it is. You see it kind of slightly orangish red. I want that to be there. But the odd note like here, I played the wrong note. Stuff like that I'll fix. There's probably a few times I played the wrong note, to be honest. Don't want the third. Forgot to quantize all that. That's a little too strong, I think. And you are a little too soft, as are you. Okay, that was fine. That was fine. I might tweak that as we get more instruments in and I kind of see how it sounds all together. I'll probably tweak that part a little bit more, just because it's so loud and you don't want the piano being that forward. That's, wow, my timing was shocking here. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. All right, I want to hear how soft it is here on the actual track. Let's pull it up. It's called Oceans. All right, so this video is automatically going to get copyright claimed, but I want to hear it.
Would you like to learn to play worship?
You be quiet. I don't want to play worship guitar. I already know how to. All right, here's the actual track. Let's jump to the end here. Soft. That's what I thought. So it's back down to like 50. Back down to like 50-ish. Yeah. There are some pretty tedious parts about doing what I do, and this is one of them. Not as tedious to me as doing the drums. I hate doing drums. Keep my eyes above the waves when oceans arise. Sounds better. Once again, not trying to get exactly what I want, trying to get just close. Sound more natural that way. Keep my eyes above the waves and oceans arise, but so a little too loud on top there. Oops. Hey, those that are still here in the chat, why don't you let me know what the first song you heard from the worship portal was? I'm curious. Curious what brought you here. What compelled you to subscribe to the fastest growing channel on YouTube? Don't look that up. But curious, what compelled you to subscribe, those that are still listening? Well, let me know in the chat. I know this is not the most interesting part of editing, but it's a necessary one. This is the outro, right, that I'm doing now, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Where it kind of comes back in. I'm going to keep it about the same softness. Ooh, I let up on the pedal there a little bit. A little too soon. Oh, that's fine. I just left it off a little bit too long, so let's just... let's do this. Extend that out a little bit, past, and it should be good. Extend all of these. That should be good. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. All right, yes, this is the very ending here. Trying to find resources for church of different keys for songs. I think maybe Build My Life. Yes, man, that was a big song, Natalie. That's a very special one to me. It's a great song and I love it, but it's the first song of mine to hit, 50,000 views and 100,000, and I think even the first one to hit 200,000. It's been overtaken now by Waymaker, the female key of C, which I think is at 325,000 views, something like that. That was the first song that really did well. That really did well for me and showed me that people wanted this stuff. Super helpful. I'm glad. That's why I did it. Actually, that's not true. I did it because my church wanted it, and then somebody else asked me to do a couple other keys, and I did it. So really, I did it for them. But I'm very glad that it's gotten a lot more use than just that. And I'm glad anyone uses these tracks, to be honest. That's why I do this. I want to provide resources for people to practice to even play the YouTube video at your small church. I get a lot of people doing that. Singing the wrong key, the biggest pet peeve for me. Can make a reasonable singer sound awful. Amen to that. Amen to that. All right, so that's that. Let's listen to just this end instrumental here. bass dropped out there? Was it just that there's no low bass there? What would happen if I threw a low D in there? It sounds better. A lot better. Just the D. You are mine. Yeah. I don't like that low one there, or it's just too loud. So it happens if we soften it up. It's a bit better. I think the same thing happened here with the... Yep. So what you see happens here is I pressed the sustain pedal here where it goes down to 0, and then I let it up at 127. So that's when it's fully on. But if I try and zoom in and I'll line it up, what you'll see is this note cuts out before the end of that. So what you get is this. See how it kind of ended? It sounded weird. All I need to do to fix that is just bring this past where I bring it up. Then it's all good. All good in the hood. Okay, good. I wanted that last chord to be nice and strong, because that's what's going to ring out. Let's just listen to that last phrase again. All right, good. Okay, what am I gonna do next? I usually do the tambourines and stuff next. Let's do that. Let's unsolo this. Let's give the actual song a listen through here and see how we're doing. I'm listening specifically for the tambourines. So let's start it again and just listen through a little bit.
Great.
You know, what I have is basically it's going to end. I think that might be a bit too much for people to use or cut out. So I'm probably just going to keep it super simple, going through those intro chords probably twice. And they can fade it out when they use this in playback or in loop or in prime or whatever gets used. Yeah, all right, I'm not going to do that. Leave the drums out. Yeah, I agree, Jay. Good idea. All right, cool. So how long have we been streaming for? Hour 42. All right, guys, I should probably end that tonight. It is 10:44 here. It's 10:44 for probably most of you guys. Guys, thanks so much for watching the second live stream that I have done. I'm really excited to start doing this much more often. We're going to do this every Monday night, maybe another night here or there as it comes up, as I have some time. But I'm going to try and do another one this week as I continue to finish up this song. Hopefully, I'm really trying to get this one out on Friday. So I'm not going to say expect it on Friday, but I'm going to try to get it out on Friday. Depends on how difficult the guitars are. They are pretty specific in this song. There's a lot of parts to learn. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me today. If you want to connect with me more, I have a Discord. It's in my all the links are on my YouTube channel, to my Discord, to my Twitter, to my Facebook, to the Patreon if you want to support me there. Thanks so much for being a part of the live stream tonight, and thanks so much for being a part of the Worship Portal community. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thanks so much.